This is Glennie at Messenger Guardians. Messenger Guardians Paranormal. So I just wanted to tell you all about, I guess, a dream that I had this morning. Um, it was in an apartment complex that I'm not familiar with on this side, in this reality, in this existence, but I've seen it many times, been into the building. I even know that you have to enter the elevator on the first, on the second. You have to enter the elevator either on the third or second floor because it doesn't work on the ground level for some reason. And I've been up there many times, went to go visit people in this building, in this place, in this city or space or some place that I know about. I was with a friend, and I can't tell you what he looked like. It was a he, but I don't know much else about him. I was with a friend, and a bunch of people were waiting outside the apartment, and we were wondering, what are you waiting for? And the people there were saying, we're waiting for a fight. This is like inner city apartment, and so the people were saying, well, we're waiting to put up a fight. Um, and my understanding is they were trying to get back into their apartments, but couldn't because something was in the building causing them to stay outside until someone came to get rid of this thing, get rid of something that was there. This was something that was not some animal or anything. So my friend and I went directly up, and we remembered that we needed to enter the second or third floor because the lower basement doesn't work. The lower elevator doesn't work. So we went in, and we went up the steps to an apartment or a location, and I saw my friend peel off to the right, like he was racing after someone or trying to avoid something, and I kept hearing electrical sounds like shocks or something, and I could barely make them out. They were very dim. And then as I was coming up the steps, because I was coming up a set of steps to look at the floor, through a railing at a floor, as I was coming up the floor onto wherever this apartment was or wherever it was, and something was off to the left, very oily, very dark, standing in the darkness, like behind a door or behind another set of railings, just standing there, and it was trying to shoot something out at us. It was very dark, very black, and I can tell you my first reaction to it is now I'm getting, I could be psyching myself out, which is pretty much all this is that I'm feeling right now, is someone's behind me kind of thing, but it's generally the feel you get when you freak yourself out or psych yourself out. But it was really, really very strange. I could see this thing, and I remember immediately putting my hands up, clasped together in front of me, wanting, as if I was pushing against whatever it was doing, or trying to stop it, and I wanted to yell, and I had to use all of my strength to actually yell. And when I finally managed to push against it so I could scream because I could feel it attempting to make me scared. Well, I wasn't scared of it. I was startled by how dark this thing was, how inky black it was in the darkness of the apartment my friend and I had come up into. And I had put my hands up in a particular manner that crosses them together. I don't mean like a religious cross. I mean crosses them at a pyramid cross at the top, in order to push back what it was doing. And I was wanting to yell, and finally I screamed, "Ah!" at it, and woke myself up in the midst. That whole scream at it, when I could hear it bounce off the walls of my actual bedroom here in my house this morning at around 10 o'clock in the morning or whatever. And I could hear it, and it's like I woke myself up trying to scream at this thing because it felt like it was suppressing me when it was doing it, or oppressing me, pushing against me so that I couldn't speak, couldn't say anything, couldn't yell, couldn't anything, and it was trying to make me afraid, and I could really feel it. And then suddenly, with all my might, I just screamed out against it and broke whatever hold it had for a second, because it brought me out of wherever I was. But I worry about my friend that was in there, because there was someone with me, and who had moved off to the side really fast, as if he was trying to get out the way of something, and we were trying to fight this thing, and we were the people the folks were waiting for to come and fix whatever this was that was haunting their apartments or occupying. Again, it wasn't a wild animal, it wasn't a criminal thing, it was some sort of dark entity style thing, and we were the ones apparently that they called. We were wondering what they were waiting for, and they're like to get back in our apartments and to put up a fight. And it was like, oh, okay. So it's interesting. It wasn't me. I wasn't afraid or anything. It was just like, and I wasn't arrogant about any of it. It was like, oh, these things. Okay. And that's pretty much how it felt, if that makes any sense. I just thought I'd put that up, let you all know that that happened. Pretty amazing. And I'm not so certain I'm going to have any more stories like that, but this is an unusual post, I realize that. But anyway, Glennie Sewell, Messenger Guardians Paranormal, Vermont. Be well.